A Swiss-made company out of Austin, Texas. Big, quality. Did I mention big? But a nice Panda Chronograph design by TOCKR. It's great on style, but it may offer some limitations for you smaller wristed individuals out there. Let's get a bird's eye view of this automatic design that's got some heft to it. It may be the heaviest watch I've had on my wrist. Thanks to Jason for the loaner. This is not a paid review. This TOCKR is going back. If you're new to the channel, my wrists are 7¼ inches, so hopefully you get some good visuals so you can make a good decision as to whether or not this is going to work for you. For starters, let's get those specs out of the way. I'll post them up there for you as well. You can check them out and get into this nice sporty design. Full 316L stainless steel package with a 45mm case with brushed and polished stainless steel. Seamless integrated steel lug bracelet design, which seems to match the aesthetic of the watch. And right away, in case you're distracted by the screw down crown at the 10 o'clock position, it's actually for the inside rotating bezel for timing. Otherwise, standard steel pushers on the right side of the case, split by that screw down crown, supporting the overall water resistance of 100 meters. Large triangular pushers too, start stop at the top and reset down below. Now, it's got good lines, but it's chunky, right? I'm sure a lot of wrists out there are going to have maybe some issue with this, but hopefully, you know what, if you can pull it off, then away to the races you go. 22mm lug under the steel case design, just under 46mm north to south, but a 58mm lug to lug based on the bracelet design. Now, thickness is like a G-Shock here at 15.2mm. Case back class to the top of the sapphire. And a real big elephant in the room here, 225 grams on your wrist. Now that's pretty big. Now in case you're wondering, I'll show you how it compares to something like a Master of G-Shock. I just happen to have on the wrist right now the Mudmaster GWG B1000. And it's coming in at around, well, coming in at around the same size as this. Real close. G-Shock, Mudmaster, TOCKR Chronograph. Matter of fact, the TOCKR might even have an edge in thickness. So yeah, it's large. That being said, I mean, this G-Shock comes in at 114 grams, whereas this TOCKR is 225, to give you a little bit of perspective there. A large crown allows for easy set of the time and rotating inner bezel as well for timing. Now it has a screw down exhibition case back with all kinds of information etched around the outside perimeter. It's a great steel look there, and you can see that Swiss movement inside behind the skeleton rotor and propeller blade design. Now this dial, a large white dial Panda design with good clear registers for the chronograph function. A very clear matte white finish with registers at the 12, 6, and 9 positions. At the 3 o'clock position, that's occupied by your day-date complication. And it's framed out. Looks good. White over black display with TOCKR signed over the top and automatic and chronograph below. Now the outer chapter ring is black with the graduated numbering there for the inner bezel feature of the watch. Really does show off the sportiness of the watch overall. Something different that you see for this chronograph, not your usual tachymeter scale. Now your register at the 6 is the 12-hour monitor. At the 9 o'clock position you have the running small seconds. And at the 12 o'clock, you have the 30-minute chronograph monitor. Now, the hour and minute pencil-style hands that are loom-filled, which is great. And you also have a large seconds hand for the chronograph, white with a black back end. Now, the markers and the hands, even the small seconds hand, are loomed as well for this watch. Lastly, at the lower 6, you have Swiss-made splitting the 6 marker. Now with that exhibition case back, you have the showcase of this movement inside, which is powering this mechanical automatic watch. A great segue into the mechanical operation and the movement here. Swiss-made. It's the automatic Valjoux caliber 7750. Now I've owned a watch before with the Valjoux 7750 movement inside, and it was a thicker watch. One of the reasons that I ended up getting rid of that watch. Not that I didn't like it, but just because it wasn't the best on my wrist. It's 25 joules here, 28,800 vibrations per hour, 4 hertz movement with a 40 to 42 hour power reserve. Quick set date capability as well for the movement in that crown operation. Now the bracelet is a full H-link system here. Stainless steel, brushed and polished center links, a nice look. It's got a large bracelet with the fold over and push button security clasp. It's not going anywhere. It's going to be on your wrist. The clasp is signed with TOCKR. Now, 3 points of fixed adjustment are available, but there is no micro adjust on the fly. A pretty decent sized taper, as you could expect, the widest point of the watch being upwards of 30 millimeters, and then it slims down to approximately 19.8 millimeters at the closure. Now, I'd say you have the security on the wrist here. They do have other strap options as well in case the steel is not for you, which is great. It's always good to see options. Check them out online at TOCKR.com. Around $2,567 Canadian right now, and actually sold out some of their models, which is pretty interesting. Now, I'm not sure if there's another run coming out or what is going to be available in the future, but that's what we have for now, and at least there's options there online that you can select from. I know you could probably lessen the load if you chose to get it on one of the genuine leather straps that they offer online as well, so that's another option for you. Now, it feels big. It may be too large for some or too heavy for some, but at the end of the day, like Amy always says, there's a lid for every pot. So by all means, you're getting some good quality build and you're getting some good materials in here for this watch design. I hope you think you're getting a lot for that bang for buck. I also feel that the price is a little bit high for this design, but that's just me. At the end of the day, it's a Swiss movement in there, and it's probably going to last you a long time. The TOCKR Panda Chronograph, a beast. But is it too much? Is it too large? Is it too heavy? Only you can decide. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for coming to the channel. I'm Ross. I appreciate all the support. Do all those fancy things, and we'll see you on the next one.